We finally got this going. This is like the 4th time I've tried to start this live video. So, happy Friday! I have my weekend shirt on today because I have got to tell you, this has been the week from heck. You don't even know. So, hi Tate. So, we are going to layer live today. Look at this cute little, oh, Bob's texting me that he's flying out. He just texted me about to take off. Love you too, babe. Okay, so anyway, this is what we are layering. Look how cute this is, this little boho fox. I love it. This is part of a set in the clip art bundle, but obviously not clip art. This is vinyl, which just means you can use clip art designs, which are meant for things like printables and print and cut and printable heat transfer, printable vinyl, different things like that. But you can also use them for vinyl, adhesive vinyl, HTV, different things like that. So this one I obviously already put together, but I've got one that we are going to layer, and I'm going to show you how. So you can do this with any machine, any software. You're just going to bring the design, and it comes in looking like this, all different colors. You're going to bring it into your software, and then with each layer, you're going to put these registration marks, okay? And I have a tutorial that I'll share with you specifically, but what I want to show you today is after it's cut, now what, okay? We don't want to use the eyeball it method. When you use the eyeball it method, what happens? This little thing is off center, the nose is over here, it's like, it's a big mess. So, every layer gets the registration marks, and then you line up the registration marks one layer at a time, and it all comes into one beautiful decal, okay? All right, so I'm going to pull you down so you can see. If you're just joining us, welcome. Weekend shirt, because I am glad it's Friday, right? Seriously. All right, here we go. Down here, so you can see what I'm doing, I like to work on my mat. In certain cases, depending on what you're layering, you will need to layer in a certain order. If your design if your vinyl is actually physically layered on top of each other. In this case, the only pieces that are layered on top of each other are the silver eyes, and obviously you can cut this on any color you want. So if something is physically layered on top of something else, like these eyes, you want to pick that layer up first. So we're going to pick this one up first, and you'll see what I mean. All right, so we need transfer tape. The transfer tape needs to be big enough to cover the largest piece, okay? So in this case, it's this piece right here. I'm just going to trim that off, and we're going to use the same piece of transfer for all of the layers, okay? All right, so let's do this. Okay. All right, so remember, we're going to work on this piece first. Now, again, I like to work on the mat. It keeps my pieces layered down, because otherwise, if you're working like this, you can see it's a little bit harder. Hi, Hannah. I believe this is one of your lovely designs from Wispy Willows. It's in the clip art bundle. So, I like to work on the mat to keep everything down and steady for me, all right? No use fighting with vinyl that's popping up off the table. All right, so pull your transfer off of the backing. Now, you'll notice this is waxy, very helpful. Hold on to that. Okay, so for the first layer, you're just going to lay your transfer down. Make sure you don't hit anything else while you're coming down. Let's move these out of the way. All right, now this, I can't find my actual burnishing tool, so I'm using this, which is from my Silhouette Ulta. Just, it's fine. All right, so we're picking this up. You want to make sure that you pick up the entire design, including those registration marks. So now this is all on here. Now what are we going to do? We're not going to go like this and try to hit it. No, no, no. Just be patient. What we're going to do next is now we're going to pick up this pink design, all right? This pink part of the decal. So, I'm just moving these out of the way. Okay, now, I like to move this so that I have room on all sides. I also like to work with the registration marks closest to me, and you'll see why in a second. And then I want to take this piece of the backing of the transfer, or you can take the backing from the vinyl. Just make sure the waxy piece is up, and you want to cover the entire part of the vinyl except the registration marks. This is so when you layer, if your vinyl accidentally hits, it's not hitting on the vinyl, and you can pull it back up, okay? Gives you a little wiggle room. All right, now, we are going to line up these registration marks. okay, which I just made in my software using the Draw a Square tool. All of the software programs have to have a Draw a Square tool, right? All right, so now you gotta remove it. Okay, then you're just going to fold this down, okay? So this layer is also going to be picked up on the same piece of transfer, okay? All right, now we're gonna repeat this with the next two layers, okay? So again, this process works for adhesive vinyl. It does not, you're not going to need to do this for if you're using HTV, okay? Because HTV, it doesn't stick until you heat it. So if you mess up, you can just pull it back up and try again. All right, so now put those registration marks, remove this little protective piece, okay? And pick up the teal, all right? Okay. And the final, let's make sure you get your registration marks pulled back up. The more layers of registration marks you get, the harder it can be to pull them up too. So just make sure that they come up with you, because you want to make sure that you're getting them on all of the layers. All right, now this last piece is just the little nose, which I could probably just eyeball, honestly. But if you want to use the marks, you can. I'm just going to pick it up this way. Yeah, okay, like that. Now, once you get that, you can peel off the registration marks. And now, get away. Now, you have your decal, all right? So there you go. So that's all there is to layering. Again, this is from the clip art bundle. Now I have two vinyl foxes. Does anybody want them? They're adorable little fox. So don't feel like you have to cut your designs all in one color. Even if it comes into your software in one color, you can separate them, ungroup them, cut on different color vinyl, and then layer them, all right? And even if it says it's clip art and you think, oh, I don't use clip art, you can turn those beautiful pieces of clip art into vinyl and heat transfer decals that you can do all different ways like this. So now that you know the trick to layering, I want to see what you're making, all right? All right, so if you're interested, go grab the clip art bundle. Of course, this can be done with other things besides that. So, and you know, there's like 40,000 products on So Fancy. So if you're not into foxes, if you're not into boho, if you're not into clip art, find something else, right? All right, guys. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I'm so excited it's the weekend. You really have no idea. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see ya.